morning all, it's Lynn here from Destiny Fulfilled. I do hope that today finds you well. The reading that we have today is for our weekly pick a card reading. It is for the 16th to the 22nd of November. The timestamps will all be in the description box below, as is any details if you wish to book a personal reading with me. I'll now move into the clearing of my space and the dealing of the cards, which I'll fast forward for you, and I'll see you at the pick a card portion of this reading. Okay, welcome back everybody. This is the pick a card or pick a pile portion of the reading. For those of you that haven't done a pick a card before, you just pick a pile that you feel drawn to. You can pause the video and meditate if you wish to do so. The timestamps will be in the description box below, so you just go there and then click on the pile that you've chosen. Now I'll show you up front if you want to pick by the door. So this is group 1, or by this crystal. Pile 2 with this door, or this crystal. Pile 3 with this door, or this crystal. And pile 4 with this door, or this crystal. I'll see you at the pile that you choose. Four, 3, 2. Okay, pile 1s. For those of you that chose this particular door and or this crystal, I'll just pop these little ones to the side for the moment. Let's see what's going on with our lovely number 1s. Again, this is a weekly reading from the 16th to the 22nd of November 2020. We have the 6 of Wands. We have the Tower. We have the Ace of Swords. We have Discernment, which is Waxing Gibbous 1, and the card number is number 10. We have Commitment, number 36. We have the Devil, which in this deck is number 7. This deck numbers them slightly different to the other decks that I've got. And then we've got Sail Willow, number 4, and Willow is my most favourite tree. Okay, what's going on for our lovely group number 1s this week? So the first card that we have is the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands talks about recognition, reward. It could mean fame, but more so, it's the you receiving the just rewards for the effort that you've put in at this time. You've been working hard on something, and what you've put in is now starting to come to fruition, and you're seeing the physical rewards and recognition for the activity that you've put in. Then we have the Tower. So the Tower comes along and basically, breaks down something that is not built on firm foundations. And this, could be related to any part of your life. I'm not getting a feeling as to whether it's specifically in regards to your material life or your relationships or anything like that. So, and given that this is a general reading, it could be different for everybody. So take this as it comes. But something this week is going to be broken down because the foundations that it has been built on are not sufficient or strong enough to maintain what it is into the future. So the Tower comes along and basically breaks all that down for you. Now the Tower can be a positive or a negative experience. It doesn't always have to be one of doom and gloom. The Tower can also be a positive experience in that you might come into some understanding, some belief, some new thought patterns might come your way. And the reason why I think that it's for the majority it's going to be a positive experience is because it's immediately followed by the Ace of Swords. Now the Ace of Swords talks about your intuition, your knowledge, your understanding, a spark of an idea, clarity around something that was previously unclear to you. So this is talking about something, I think for the majority of you, it's talking about some clarity, some understanding, some belief, some vision of something that you're going to receive this week that is going to bring your foundations into a much stronger grounded place than it has been previously. And this will then allow you to continue to then build, develop on firmer foundations. And we do see that you have the Six of Wands, so there is success in whatever this endeavor, relationship, job, business transaction, however this relates for you in your circumstances this week. It's going to be successful, but a necessary change that has to occur. And because it's because this is a major arcana, this is a significant change that has to occur. It's not a minor one, right? It is a significant change that needs to occur so that you are on firmer ground, firmer foundations to continue then your journey, your building, your relationship, whatever it is for you this week is much more grounded and stable than it has been in the past. Then we have the number 10 card, which is Waxing Gibbous number 1. This talks about discernment. And again, this fits in with the cards that we have on the table in front of us, in that when this clarity comes through, when this Tower moment comes through, and you get this clarity around the Ace of Swords, you need to use your discernment in how to best use the information, the belief, the change of what's come into your life this week. It's up to you to discern the best way to implement, to use, to rebuild, however that is going to occur for you this week. It's up to you to decide which is the best way and the the most sound way of doing that is to use your discernment when you are making your decisions. Trust your intuition, trust your inner knowing, trust the information that is being presented to you this week in whatever form it takes. Then we have number 36, commitment. And for me, this could relate to you deciding to really commit to this endeavor of rebuilding, of firming up, of making your foundations more solid, more stable and more secure. It could also be with regards to a relationship, taking the relationship to the next level, however that plays out for you. If you're in a long-term relationship, it could mean that your relationship feels more committed to this week than it possibly has been in the last few weeks or months. So, you know, that understanding that sometimes we lose over time of why we committed to whatever it was we've committed to. If it's a relationship, you know, rediscovering those reasons, that understanding the love and the reason for that you wanted to commit in the first place, and possibly recommitting again at this time in the future. It could also be it can indicate some sort of contract or legal agreement that may be coming your way. So this could be, if this is related to a job or a workplace in your life, it could be that you're getting a new contract or a new job, a new agreement that you're signing. So the only thing that I'm getting with this is just be sure you understand exactly what it is you are committing to. So make sure that you have clarity around that this week as the situation presents itself to you. Now this so this card, which is the Devil card, so for those of you that have seen my readings before, you know that this card can be energies that you've been in the recent past, or energies that you are moving to in the near future. And for me this week, I'm feeling that this is you moving on. I'm feeling that it's energy that you've been in the past, which you are now letting go of. So there was something in your recent past that has been restricting you, constricting you, restraining you, or has been a constraint to you in the recent past. And I think that with this Tower moment, this is going to be broken and released. You're going to be able to let whatever this is go, and then you will be moving forward in a more grounded, stable way into the future. Then we have number 4, which is Sail Willow. And again, the willow is my most favourite tree. It is number 4 and it's upright. I'm going to read from the Celtic Tree Oracle, as I usually do. Number 4, we've got, so the key words for the Sail Willow tree are the feminine principle, cooperation, fertility, intuition, the moon and her cycles, water, emotion, creativity, and community. When you draw willow, you can expect a meeting with the mysteries, the power of enchantment, magic, and the moon. You can expect to have a psychic or intuitive encounter. Dreams and synchronicities are important. Pay attention to your own intuition. Meditation and contemplation time is important. Make some personal time for quiet reflection. Ask yourself where you are in the cycle of things. If you are wondering about a creative endeavour, you can expect a visitation from your muse. You may also feel moodier than usual. If this is an emotional time, remember that it is okay to cry. Tears are healing. They release pent-up feelings. Allow even negative feelings to arise. Express them and let them go, as they will have no power over you unless you ignore them or stifle them. Willow has everything to do with feminine energy. This card may come up when you are going through issues that have to do with your sexuality, fertility, reproduction, birthing, or mothering. You may need the physical support of friends, family, and your community as you move through grief or loss associated with these themes. Willow offers you healing. Willow encourages you to do something creative, draw, sing, dance, or write a poem. Leave the critical part of your thinking aside and just allow the expression. Enjoy it. She asks you to partake in your community too, to be receptive, to participate in a cooperative endeavour. Also, women are important to your process now. Don't forget to support your own feminine side as well. Now, this is whether you are masculine or feminine. We all have both masculine and feminine sides or energies within us. And I think that this card works really well with the Ace of Swords for me. So getting that intuition, getting that inner knowing, getting that vision, trusting that vision, trusting your intuition, trusting your inner knowing is going to be vitally important to you as your week progresses, lovely group number ones. Then we have your heart and soul oracle card. It's time to reflect on what really matters. Ultimately, this is love, peace, and happiness, and you can only find these within yourself. When there is peace and love in your heart, there will be peace and love in your world. For all your experiences are simply for your own reflection. And I know this to be true, right? But not everything that we experience, though, is a reflection of your inner world. Sometimes a problem is just a problem. Sometimes a door not opening is just a door not opening. Sometimes when you come across somebody that's angry, it's because they're angry, right? Not everything is a reflection. Excuse me, I don't believe that. But I think what you will know is when something is a reflection to you. I think your inner knowing, your inner being, your inner intuition, excuse me, will flag for you when this particular situation that you're experiencing is one for your own reflection and learning. And I think that's vitally important that we make the distinction there, that not every single experience that you have in your life is one that is there to reflect back something to you, right? I think most of the situations that we come across have opportunities for learning. I'm not denying that at all, but I don't believe everything is a reflection of you and your energies, right? Sometimes you're there to teach somebody else, sometimes they're there to teach you. And when you get that knowledge that there is a some important reflection of you and your energies going on, your intuition will let you know at that point in time. Then we have the Sea Melodies Oracle. This one is prudence. Don't be lured by Siren's song. So using your discernment, using your prudence, right, that fits really well with the discernment card. Only you will know which is the right step for you to take. And I always encourage you, if you wish, to ask for advice, to ask for support, to ask for assistance, but to always use your prudence, discernment, understanding, your decision making to be the thing that actually guides you forward. You know, if somebody wants to give you advice and assistance with the outcome being that you must take it, then you don't need their advice and assistance, right? If they're willing to offer their advice or assistance with no strings attached for you to take on and to use that however best you think that will work for you, then that is what's essential in that situation, right? So be clear and understand your own motives, your own understanding, your own intuition in which way you would like to move this week. That's important. I'm getting that message over and over again as I'm speaking, as I'm reading the cards. Now, your Divine Doors message is a stranger's grace. Ego fears the sudden danger, but never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger. So there is going to be some unforeseen assistance that comes your way this week. It could be big, it could be small, but what it will be is it will be unexpected. And again, this could be tied very much to this Tower moment. I said earlier on that I do not feel that this Tower moment for the majority of this group number 1 is going to be a negative experience. I really think that it's going to be an experience which opens up your mind to further possibilities, further understandings, firms your belief or changes your belief in some way, so that when you're moving forward, that foundation that you're on is really solid, rock solid and stable. Then we have the sacral, oh sorry, this is solar plexus. We have the solar plexus crystal. So when this is in balance, you feel responsible and reliable. You have good self-esteem. You are spontaneous and playful. You have your sense of humor is active and in use. You have your personality is warm and engaging. If your solar plexus, though, is underactive, you may feel low in energy. Your willpower may feel quite weak for you this week, if that's the case. Your self-esteem will be low. You could be experiencing a victim. Sorry, I'm trying to get my brain working. Experiencing victim mentality. You could be unreliable because you're scattered and not focused. And you could possibly be attracted to stimulants or some sort. So too much coffee might be your problem this week, or other things which you find stimulating. If it's over balanced or overactive, I should say, you may be feeling overly aggressive. You may be quite controlling in your way of being this week. You may have power hungry or feel really competitive. You may be feeling hyperactive, or you may be feeling addicted to sedatives of any type. As I always say, only you will know how this is resonating for you in your life this week. If you think that your solar plexus chakra is under or over active, there are meditations on YouTube that can help bring them into alignment. That you could get some healing energy from an energy healer or some sort of Reiki practitioner. Okay, now I just want to move into the charm reading section of this. So I'm just going to get myself situated. Just get rid of those. Okay, so this is my charm reading board. I will lift it up so you can see clearly once I've thrown the charms. We have a little bowl in the middle, which is anything that falls in there will be your focus. And then we have the various areas of your life around, which we will read the charms in conjunction with that. So nothing fell into your focus palm this week, although I can see that there are 2 items which are within that circle. So they won't be a focus for you this week, but they will be important for you. So the first one, I'll just move that little bowl out of the way so that we can see. So we have the wine barrel. So for me, the wine barrel is talking about celebration. It's talking about, social activity with friends, sitting around having a glass of wine on a Sunday afternoon, that type of feeling that I'm getting from that. Then we have the Bible, which was a gift from my grandma. She had a charm bracelet with lots of charms, and the Bible was one of them. Now, it could mean religion, obviously, because that's what the Bible represents. But for me, it represents spirituality. So your spirituality this week, and I can see that a number of charms have actually fallen in your spirituality and personal growth sector as well. So I think that, spirituality is going to be a significant factor for you this week. Moving on to your spirituality, we have the skier, so someone on skis. We have the saw, and we have the, bunny rabbit. So for me, the skier is all about going the extra mile, right? When I think about a skier, I automatically think of those marathon skiers, the ones that trek through the snowfields as part of the Olympics, that, they go in really difficult terrain. So for me, that's what I initially think of when I think of this particular gem. So I think that this spirituality for you this week, in relation to your spirituality, you're going on a bit of a journey, and it may not be an easy one, right? So when we go on our our ski journey, we need to be resilient. We need to be have determination, perseverance, all of those types of energies to push on through to the end, right? And that's what I feel when I see this, that there's going to be some form of determination or resilience required for you in relation to your spirituality or personal growth this week. Then we have the saw. So the saw has two meanings for me. One is that something needs to be cut away. That's the first thing when I think of a saw. It's a tool we use to cut something away. And something, I think, and with regards to your spirituality and your personal growth, needs to be cut away at this point in time. But also the saw is a tool, right? And when I think of a tool, I think that this is work that needs to be done, and it is a tool that you use to complete a task, right? So I think there's some work for you to be done, possibly in cutting something away this week. And again, it could be in relation to this tower moment that we saw coming through in your tarot cards. It could be in relation to that. And then we have the bunny rabbit. So the bunny rabbit to me is all about abundance. It's all about fertility and growth. So that I do think that this week there will be significant personal growth for you during the week as it progresses. Then outside of the circle here, we have the snail. And the snail to me is all about protection. Protection, the snail walks around with its little protective coating on its back. And whenever it feels threatened, it pulls back into that his shell to protect himself from whatever is going on. So I think there will be some form of protection that may be needed by you this week. Now, bordering on our romance and partnerships and leisure and social life, we have the it's not butterfly, the dragonfly, sorry. And the dragonfly for me is all about magic and illusion. So something within your romantic partnership or your leisure and social life this week may not be as it seems at first glance. You may have to look at the situation again or more deeper for you to get clarity around what is actually going on in that relationship or those relationships at this point in time. Another one that we have that has fallen outside of the circle is the parrot, right? When I think of the parrot, for me, it's about a message that's coming to you. So there will be a message of some sort coming from maybe an unexpected source this week. Then in your physical environment, we have, I just need to hold this up because I can't actually see what it is from the angle. We have two angels. Yep, two angels this week. So in your physical environment, you may need to call on your angels for protection. I'm getting that in conjunction with the snail there. There may be something that you need to call on your angels for in relation to your physical environment. And I'm feeling protection is what's coming forth at this particular point in time. But this is a general reading, so it could be anything that you wish to call upon your angels for at this particular time. Now let me just see, that's it, there are no more. So that is your charm reading for this week and your tarot reading for this week. Lovely group number ones. I wish you well with this change that is coming through. I do think that it's going to lead to a much firmer, stable foundation, and this will bring you success. I feel that very strongly. So in love and light, group number ones, I shall see you at our next reading. Take care. Okay, group number twos. For those of you that chose this particular door or this crystal, I'll just pop those to one side. What is going on with our lovely group number twos? We have the Seven of Cups. We have the Two of Wands. We have the Hierophant. We have Resilience, Waxing Gibbous number 5, and the card number is 21, which reduces down to a number 3. And then we have Metamorphosis, 25, in reverse. We have the Knight of Cups. And we have number 2, Lewis or Rowan. Okay, what is going on for our lovely group number twos? So the first card that we have, group number 2, is the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups upright to me could indicate that you are stuck in a decision-making process this week, or at least for some of this week. That you have many options in front of you, and I think you may be just stuck in not being able to narrow those options down and make a decision on how to move forward. It could be that you have too many options, or that the options are not you're unable to weed down and remove the ones that are not really suitable for what it is you're trying to decide on this week. And if we have a look at this card, number 2, you can look, like when I look at this card, the first thing that I see is that the decision, there is an ideal outcome for you in the options that you have. And however you make your decision, however what that process is for you, I do think that once you get past this little bit of paralysis that you have around, the fear around making a wrong decision, you will then come into more clarity, and you will be able to make the right decision for you at this time. But I feel initially, at least at the start of this week, I feel that you're stuck in not being able to choose the right choice for you at this time. And then we have the Two of Wands, which for me supports that, right? You're looking at all of your options, you're looking at your resources, you're trying to make a decision on which is the right way to go, and you're using logic and understanding of what you have available to you at this time to try and make the best decision that is right for you at this point in time. So, I do think that you are going to move towards a successful decision-making activity. It's just initially, at least at the beginning of the week, that you're going to find it difficult to narrow things down. But I think that you will definitely go through that. Once you step into this Two of Wands and you really start to break down what is important for you, what is it that you need, what is it that you want, what is it, what support do you need, all of those things, and you bring them all into that decision making process. I think then that will become a much more easier activity for you at this point in time. Sorry, my dog's barking at the mailman. She has a very love-hate relationship with the mailman. I'll be back in one sec. And then we have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant for me is all about some learning or knowledge that is coming your way. Now, this could be in the form of traditions. It could be in the form of institutionalized learning, but it may not be. So for me, I think when I get the Hierophant, I think that it is some sort of knowledge or understanding is needed, and you will be able to find or source this knowledge or information through many different ways. So for some of you, it will be through learning at an institution such as a college or a university, that type of thing. Or it may be that you learn from somebody else that is an expert in that particular area, right? So that it doesn't always have to be achieved through going to school, college or university, or some of those higher learning training courses. You can learn by experience. You can learn from those who have done this before you in a more or in a less informal manner, I should say. Then we have resilience, and when this card is upright, it says that you are resilient in the situation that you find yourself in. With this being in reverse, though, it's calling for you to build your resilience or step into your resilience in whatever this situation is for you this week. And it could be around this, this inability to make a decision. It's talking that you need to call on your resilience, your perseverance, your dedication, your understanding, your determination to really get to the bottom of, what it is that you're trying to make a choice about this week. And I do get the feeling that you've been in this feeling of unable to make a decision for some time. For some of you, this may not be for everybody, but I am getting the message that some of you've been in this energy of indecision for quite some time, and it's now time for you to really stand strong and push forward to make a sound decision for you. The time has come for you to choose, and not choosing is also a decision, right? So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you have to choose, A, B, and C, or A way to move forward. It could be that you choose to sit down and really put some effort into understanding how you can move forward with whatever this choice or decision is for you this week. Then we have metamorphosis in reverse. And once you make this decision, I feel that the situation will transform for you significantly. Being stuck in this indecision, being stuck in this place of not knowing which way to go, of constantly questioning whether you're doing the right thing or not, is not an ideal place for you to dwell overly long, right? We all go there sometimes, and we all stay there sometimes for a little while, right? But staying there for a significant period of time is not healthy. It's not helpful. And once you decide to move through this process, then a metamorphosis will occur for you. A significant change will occur in your energies that you're embodying this week. Then we have the Knight of Cups. Now, the Knight of Cups for me could be an offer of love, friendship. For me, it's an offer that comes from somebody's heart. So it could be a job offer. It could be, offer of assistance, support in some way. But this is the energy that I'm feeling you're moving towards. So once you make your decision, once you know which way you're going to go, I think then that an offer of some sort will come towards you, which will help you progress with whatever this is, in whatever area of life this is for you this week. The next card that we have is the Lewis or Rowan tree, and I will read from the Celtic Oracle tree. It's number 2 and it is upright. Now, the key words for this tree are protection, intuition, discrimination, spiritual strength, ecstasy, astral travel, connection with mystery, and magic. Rowan offers you protection. This may refer to protection from actual enemies or simply from people or situations you do not trust. Lewis Rowan will make you aware of others' manipulations or power plays, and also may alert you to your own manipulations. She asks you to keep your wits about you and allows you to discriminate between what is good for you and what is not. Rowan strengthens your intuition, especially in business ventures or new relationships. If you receive this card in relation to such situations, heed her warning. Things may not be what they appear. She provides the spiritual strength to help you turn away from anything that threatens your serenity or purpose. Rowan also asks that you connect to ecstasy. Make time for creative endeavours and quiet time. Take guided journeys to communicate with your totem animals and spirit helpers. Include music, dance, ritual, and ceremony in your life. Pay attention to your dreams. Look for messages in synchronicities. Read inspiring books or take a class that reconnects you to your spirit. Cultivate a relationship with the divine. Lewis Rowan assures you that bliss and ecstasy are your birthright. Open up to the magic and mystery all around you. You may not be able to see the unseen realm, but you can communicate with it. The result is regeneration and joy. Rowan asks you to mother yourself well. She asks you to weed out thoughts, emotions, and actions that do not reflect your higher self. This is like taking out the garbage on a daily basis and is especially important when something powerful needs to be resolved. She reminds you that you are a magnificent spiritual god or goddess, and that by being intentional, you can take responsibility for everything you create. With love and forgiveness, you can be assured that you are creating the very best. And I think there are some powerful messages excuse me, with that card that go hand in hand with the other cards that we have on the table. Especially in relation to the way that you may come across this knowing, right? It could be from reading a book. It could be from meditation. It could be from somebody else that speaks to you and has that message for you, right? Or it could be from some form of higher learning or teaching that you may receive this week. Then we have your heart and soul oracle card. Beyond the light of this world, there is an inner light that always shines bright. Close your eyes and be guided by your inner light. Feel it flow through your entire body, your thoughts and emotions. Feel it relax and heal every part of you. Listen to the immortal dialogue between your soul and spirit. This is the never-ending story of you. So I do see here that, connecting to your higher self, to your soul, to spirit in some way may assist you. And also the Hierophant obviously has that meaning. The Hierophant in the normal Rider-Waite-Smith decks indicates some sort of, a religious person, whether that's the Pope or, some sort of, religious what's the word that I'm looking for? Religious station that somebody might hold within a formal religion, such as a pastor or a rector, that sort of thing. But it may not be, right? It could be trusting your own intuition, trusting your own spiritual awareness, trusting your own spiritual journey as well. And that's a strong message that I'm getting for at least some of you. Then for your Sea Melody Oracle, we have empathy. There is more beneath the surface. And I think this is important when you're dealing with what it is you're dealing, that you have empathy for yourself and for others during this week. Tap into that inner trust, that inner knowing, that inner compassion, and show that to yourself if need be, but also to others, whoever you may be dealing with as the week progresses. Then we have for your door, for those that chose that door, this is deeper. You are not finished. You are not yet done. Dig deeper and deeper. The best is to come. Hold on. Hold on. So I think that this has been quite the journey for some of you, is what I'm picking up from that card. I feel that, this inability to move forward has been chipping away at you for some time for the majority of this group. And I feel that the need for you to trust to be centered in your own knowing, to trust in your own intuition, to take on the information and knowledge that you need to be able to break free of this paralysis that you've had around this situation is going to occur for you this week, and it's going to be vitally important for you this week. So very strong message there. Then we have this crystal, which represents the throat chakra. So when this is in balance, you could be listening really well this week. You could be communicating clearly. You could be living creatively. Your voice resonates and has good time and rhythm. So your communication is clear and direct this week. If it's underactive though, you may be afraid to speak up in certain situations. You may have difficulty in expressing yourself or putting your words into the correct expression for what you're trying to say at that time. You could be feeling shy. Your voice may feel weak. Or it may be that you have very poor rhythm when you're speaking this week. If it's overactive though, you may talk too much. You may be overly defensive. You may be unable to listen and take on other people's messages and advice. You could be partaking in gossip or backbiting. You may be interrupting in conversations because you feel the urgent need for you to get across what it is you get across. Or your voice may be overly dominant this week. And as I always say, only you will know how this is resonating in your life this week. If you need to, there are many meditations on YouTube which you can listen to or undertake, which will help bring them back into balance. You can also get some energy healing or some Reiki to help bring that back in and heal that into alignment. Okay, so now for the next portion, I want to do a charm reading for you. So this is my charm casting setup that I have. Now I will lift this up as I talk about the charms. So the bowl in the middle is your focus. So anything that falls in there will be your focus this week. I am just going to shuffle the charms. Okay, so what have we got going on this week? So first of all, in your charm, in your focus this week, we have the train. This was a charm that was gifted to me by my grandma, so it's very dear to me. And this is all about travel of some sort. So there will be travel of some sort occurring for you this week. Outside of the circle, we have a flower, so that speaks to me of nature. It speaks to me of being grounded. You also have the key, which is just sitting on or just outside the circle, and again, that to me speaks of whatever it is you're looking for this week, you have the key already within you. You have the knowledge, you have the thing that you need to unlock that lock and be able to move forward. So that works in well with that decision making process that you may be undergoing. We also have this particular crystal, which I can't remember the name of it, but for me it's about healing and self-regeneration. So that will be important, and it's sitting in your spirituality and personal growth. Now, also crossing between your health and well-being and your spirituality and personal growth is the spoon. And for me, that is, when I think of the spoon, I think of being spoon-fed something. And this could be information, knowledge, or understanding that will be provided to you this week from somebody else. In your health and well-being, we have the dragonfly. We also have the turtle, and the cross, which is also crossing into your physical and environment there. So the dragonfly for me, this one here, is all about illusion. So there is something in your health and well-being which you are not seeing with clarity at this point in time. So it's important this week that you take some time to try and uncover what that illusion is for you this week. Then we have the turtle, and the turtle for me is all about Mother Nature. It's about being grounded. It's about, receiving the benefits from Mother Nature that she has to give with you. And the turtle also is, because she lives in the water, for me, it could be related to something to do with your emotions this week. We have the cross, which represents spirituality for me. It could be a formal religion, but take that however that resonates for you in your beliefs. For me, it's all about spirituality and spiritual understanding. So there is some sort of insight, intuition, or knowledge that is coming to you from possibly your ancestors or your angels or your spirit team today in relation to your health and well-being. It could be in relation to breaking through whatever this illusion is that you have going on here at this time. And so that's what that particular charm means for me. In your physical environment, we have the steering wheel, a boat steering wheel. We have the love heart, and we have the butterfly. So for me, the steering wheel is all about you're in charge and steering your own way. So there is something in your physical environment which needs you to take charge and move it to a different place or a different way of being. So it could be, but it's you taking charge in whatever this means for you. There is also, love in and around your physical environment, and there is transformation. So it could be that you're doing some spring cleaning this week, some, moving things around, sprucing up, some, cleaning, deep cleaning that could be going on in and around your physical environment. Within your family, I'll just see if I can get that into shot. There we go. In your family, we have the owl, which for me is wisdom. So there is some wisdom that you're gaining from somebody within your family this week. So it could be an older person, it could be a younger person. But quite often the younger people in our lives say and tell us things that are so deep in wisdom, it's mind-blowing that actually came out of their mouths. But there is some sort of wisdom being offered to you this week from somebody within your family. In your career and business, again, it's just on the line between money matters. But for me, you've got the dolphin here. So that's all about play. So for me, that's speaking about lightening up, trying to see and feel a little bit more joy in and around either of those sectors, more so in your career and business than money. But it could be because it's right on the line there between both. See if I can get that. There we go. Between both here. So, lightening up, finding a bit of joy, having some fun is important. Now, outside of the circle, we have a kitty cat. And the kitty cat to me is all about your independence and trusting your intuition. So again, we've talked about that in relation to your tarot cards this week, and so I think it's vitally important that you remember to, whatever assistance or information is given to you, that you then take that in and use your own judgment, your own intuition, your own inner knowing to work out how you want to move or assimilate that information into your life. In your leisure and social life, we have the angel. And it says angels watching over me. And we also have the goddess symbol here. So this could be there is some sort of pleasure or social activity this week where something will happen and you will know that that is a gift to you from your angels or your goddess, or you know, that spirit realm, or spiritual guides that we have that are supporting us. So something will happen and it will click with you, and you'll go, that's a gift I've received from my spiritual team. However you believe in those. And then right on the edge here we have the circle or the ring, right? And the ring to me talks about union. It talks about love, it talks about unity, and it talks about connection. So in relation to your leisure and social life, I think you're going to have lovely times this week where there's going to be a strong feeling of unity, friendship and love around those leisure and social connections that you have. And that's all I have in relation to the charms and tarot cards this week, lovely group number 2s. I do wish you love and light. I do wish you peace and compassion and gentleness for yourself as you move through this period where you've been stuck in being able to make a decision. I think there is movement coming for you this week. In love and light, I shall see you at our next reading. Take care. Okay, our lovely group number 3s. For those of you who chose, whoops, dropping it, this particular door or this particular crystal, this is your group or your pile. That was from the last reading. Okay, let's see what's going on with our lovely group number 3s. We have 6 of Cups. We have 5 of Swords. And we have 8 of Swords. We have Patience, Green Corn Moon. It's number 36, which reduces down to a number 9 for those of you who want to look more into the numerology. We have Talisman, number 49, which reduces down to 11, which is a master number. Again, if for those of you who want to look that up. And we have the 7 of Swords, 7 of Wands, sorry, not Swords. And then we have number 12, Gort or Ivy. What's going on for our lovely group number 3s? I'm feeling quite positive energy with this, actually. So first of all, the 6 of Cups in reverse. When the 6 of Cups is upright, it talks about nostalgia. It talks about possibly living in the past. Spending a lot of time in memory lane. When it's in reverse though, for me, I think there is some learning that you need to receive from something that happened in your past, which will become clear for you this week. You may not have fully understood the lesson that was involved with whatever this situation was in your past at that time, but this week it's becoming very clear to you what that message, what that learning was. Then we have the 5 of Swords in reverse. So for me, this is a very positive card. If you want the 5 of Swords, you always want it in reverse, as far as I believe anyway. So there has been lots of confusion, lots of misunderstanding, lots of not being able to get to clarity about a particular situation. And this could be this lesson or this incident or occurrence that happened in your past. And when it's in reverse, you get clarity around whatever that is. So those 2 cards to me work very well together and support each other in the message that you are getting clarity around a certain situation, past event, or something that's happened either in your recent past or, you know, in your past that is becoming much more clearer, and you'll get much more clarity and understanding around it. Then we have the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords, when it's upright, is all about feeling, you know, unable to see clearly, unable to, you're feeling constricted and constrained in some way. However, when we truly look at this card, her reflection looks like that, but she is absolutely free. There is nothing around her at all which is constricting or constraining her. So for me, this speaks of, you know, possible thought patterns, beliefs, or understandings which are constricting you or constraining you in some way. So, and I think that what this is, the story that's coming to me with these cards is, once you get clarity around this particular event or relationship, job, however it's playing out for you this week, once you get clarity around, well, what did I learn, or what did I need to learn in this particular situation? Once you get clarity around that, it will set you free. It will open up your mind, it will open up your eyes, and you will be able to see the situation for truly what it was, and also how you can move forward at this particular time. Your past informs your present and helps you move forward into your future, is the message that I'm getting in relation to that. Then we have patience, the green corn moon. So this may have required you to hold on or be patient about something. This knowledge coming forward, this information, this clarity that's coming to you. You may have been waiting for some time for this clarity to come along. You know, your patience is being paid off this week. And you are actually stepping into a more clear thinking, more clear understanding energy this week. And then we have talisman. So for me, when I get this card, it's all about there will be some sign or symbol or synchronicity or message that comes through to you this week that you will know exactly what it means. It's a talisman of sorts for you to be able to go, now I know what that means. I understand what this particular thing, however that represents itself. It could be a feather, it could be a flower, it could be butterflies, it could be however you get that feedback from the universe. It will be very clear when you see it that that is meant for you. It is a talisman for you at this point in time, for you to take hold of that and take from it the meaning or the understanding or the knowledge that you need to take from it at that particular point. Then we have the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Wands to me is this particular card, as you know, for those who have you know, seen my readings before, this can be an energy that you've been in the recent past, or one that you're moving towards in your near future. For me, this is very much the energy that you've been in the past. I think you've been battling something for some time. This repercussions of whatever this past experience was for you has been around for some time, and you feel like you've been defending yourself or you know, protecting yourself from whatever this is, and it will play out very differently for all of us, right? We are all at different journeys. We're all on different journeys, I should say. We're all at different points in our journey, and it will present itself in very different ways. But, you know, there's some form of internal battle, you know, protection that you've needed or felt you've needed to have around you. And I do feel that that is an energy that you're moving away from this week. You're letting it go. Then we have Gort and Ivy, which is all number 12. And Gort and Ivy is all about spirituality. I do know that. Excuse me. I shall read. Now, this is a chieftain card, so it is similar to a major arcana in that it is a significant message for you today with this card, right? So the keywords for Gort and Ivy are labyrinth, inner knowing, steady growth, determination, soul searching, spiral dance, DNA, or spiritual journey. When you get Ivy in a reading, you are called into the labyrinth of your own inner knowing. You are asked to spiral into yourself and spend time at your very core. It is here that you can merge with the universal life forces of regeneration and rebirth. Here you can expect to receive new direction and guidance from Spirit. The answer lies within you. But to access them, you are asked to journey into your soul's inner light. You can enter this internal realm through meditation, by listening to uplifting spiritual music, via ceremony and ritual, by taking quiet time for reflection, or through dreams and journaling. This is a great time to hire a spiritual coach or therapist to help you in this process. Ivy reminds you that you are created perfectly and that you can trust yourself. Because Ivy grows in a spiral, you may be revisiting old stories and wounds at this time. Ivy reassures you that you are indeed growing towards the light. You are encouraged to look at these recurring themes from a new perspective. You are traveling through these tender places for another level of healing, towards healing in your soul's growth. Ivy brings you persistence in determination towards your goals. She encourages you not to give up, but to keep going, keep growing. She reminds you that you incarnated to create and to enjoy your life. Look at the fabric you are creating in your life. If you don't like something, understand that you are the creator. Simply take out those strands and weave new strands of self-love, self-appreciation and gratitude, or whatever qualities you feel in need of. Remove the strands of beliefs or old programs that are creating problems in your life. And this very much fits in with the cards that we have on the table. Very much fits in with journeying into your inner core, getting clarity and moving forward in a way that is supportive and open to you at this time. Then we have your Heart and Soul Oracle card. I love this. Look at that beautiful artwork. You are a living work of art, a most sacred and eternal being, a multidimensional field of energy with no beginning or end. You are a floating island of consciousness swimming within a cosmic sea of love. Live the dream, dare to be extraordinary. You are a living piece, a living work of art, most sacred and eternal being. How beautiful is that? And we truly are, we are completely unique, all of us. There are no two people alike. Even twins have their differences. To appreciate your uniqueness, appreciate your own inner knowing, your own growth, your own understanding. You are uniquely you. Honor that, own it, and move forward and trust in your inner knowledge and your own inner wisdom. Then we have the Sea Melodies Oracle and a guidance. Find your safety in your beacon's light. And I do feel that you are gaining guidance this week, whether that be from your own inner knowing, whether it's supplied from you or to you by your spiritual team or by somebody who comes along this week and says something which then opens up this internal knowing, understanding or belief that you have in or around something. It is a time for really digging down deep, having a look at your past beliefs, understandings, lessons, and moving forward, after giving it some thought as to whether that is still relevant for you at this time, whether it still has meaning, whether it still is important for you or not, and making the appropriate changes around whatever decision you come to around that. This particular door, we have a distant kiss in a prayer flag. I wish of all wishes that you were here. Through sunlight and rain, I need you near. So for me, this is a prayer for assistance, right? It is a prayer to the spiritual realm for need and assistance. So call on your spiritual team today if you feel inclined to do so, and ask for their help, ask for their assistance, ask for their guidance in whatever it is that you're traversing this week. You know, there is some learning that you need to receive and understand at this point in time. So ask for your spiritual team to help you as you progress through this inner inner search that you're going on this week. Then we have this crystal, which represents your crown chakra. If your crown chakra is in balance, you are able to perceive, analyze, and assimilate information easily. Your intelligence is on par. You are thoughtful and aware. You feel and act in an open-minded way. You feel spiritually connected, and your understanding is broad and strong in a lot of areas. However, if it's underactive, you may feel cynical. You may question your spirituality. You may have difficulty learning. Your belief system may be rigid when you're in underactive, or you may have excess in your lower chakras. So in your solar plexus, sacral, and root chakras, they may be feeling also in excess, so overactive at this point in time. If it is overactive, you may be over-intellectualizing things. You may feel addicted to spirituality. You're not feeling balanced in that area. You may be feeling confused. You may be feeling disassociated between your mind and your body. You know, you've lost that connection there, and you may need to be looking at ways to, bring that connection back. Only, as I always say, only you will know how this resonates in your life at this week. If you feel that it is either under or overactive, there are meditations on YouTube that you can do to bring them back into alignment, or you can receive energy healing or Reiki to also help bring that back into alignment. Now, I also want to do a charm reading for you. So this is my charm casting mat. And in the middle there you can see a bowl. Whatever falls in that bowl will be your focus for this week. Now I will hold this up as I'm reading it so you can see more clearly. We'll just shuffle. Okay, so you've got quite a few charms. Let's see what's going on here. So in your focus bowl, you have, is that a leaf? Yep, you have a leaf. So that to me is all about nature, connecting with nature and the need to feel grounded this week. I think it's very important this week that you feel grounded. Then we have the safety pin. So again, this is holding something together. You may feel the need or feel like you're holding something together in your life this week, and it will feel very intentional. And you will know what this relates to, right? We're all different. But that feeling of trying to hold something together this week will be a predominant feeling for you. So outside of the circle, we have the dice. So some luck may be coming your way. We also have, I'm pretty sure this is amethyst. So some healing. Is it a amethyst? Might not be. But I think it is amethyst. So that's some healing that is coming your way. We also have the bee, which to me indicates maybe some busy times this week for you. Further down here, we have outside, sorry, that rolled in. Outside of the circle, we have the elephant. We have the ice cream scoop. We have the fish, and we have what is that? A tiger or a lion, some sort of feline. So for me, the elephant is all about wisdom, family, loyalty. They will be important to you. The ice cream scoop is all about fun times. So having, some fun times, some social activities, of some sort. The fish to me is all about abundance. So there will be abundance in or around your life this week. And the lion, it to me is all about standing in your strength, right? It's all about owning and or being encouraged or in your strength around something this week. Now, moving on to the spirituality, there is a gift. So, and I think I mentioned that before, that there may be some sort of spiritual gift being provided to you this week. So that supports that message that came through. We also have the flower, which is sort of, it's in the middle of spiritual growth, health and well-being, and also around your focus area. So anything in this circle in the middle is going to be important for you this week, but not necessarily a focus. So we have the flower, which is, for me, it's all about nurturing. It's all about being in contact with nature. It's all about being grounded. Then we have the sun, so very joyful, uplifting, hopeful type energies are around you this week. We also have in the health and well-being, we have the cat. To me, the cat is all about, this is this one here, to me the cat is all about being independent, trusting your intuition. We also have the music, so there could be a need for you to listen to more music this week. It's important for your health and well-being. It could be dancing, it could be listening to music. And you also have the laptop for me, which is all about, there is some work that needs to be done in your health and well-being this week. There is some activity that you need to do this week. In your physical environment, we have, just see if I can figure out what that is. I think it's a dog, but just lift it up. It is, it's a puppy dog. So in your physical environment, you could be concentrating on your pets this week. To me, the dog represents loyalty, companionship. So that could all be in and around your physical environment at this time. We also have on the border between family and physical environment, we have the teacup or teapot and teacup, and we also have a horse. So the horse for me is all about standing in your own power. So this is knowing you and standing in your power this week. Now that may have something to do with your physical environment or your family this week. And the teapot and teacup is all about social events or activities that you may undertake this week in relation to either your physical environment or your family. In your career, we have quite a few things. We have a dinosaur, we have the peace symbol, we have a star, and we have a lizard. So the lizard for me is all about being still and observing, right? When I think of a lizard, they are very still creatures that just observe what is going on around them before they take action. So that is the message that I'm getting from lizard. The star, there is something that you're hoping for, and that could be granted to you this week. The star for me is all about hope, granting of wishes, wishing upon a star, that sort of thing. I think if there has been some trouble in your career or business life, I think you're moving into a much more peaceful, a lot of energies this week. And the dinosaur for me is, are you holding on to a belief in your business or your career which no longer serves you? Does your business or career no longer serve you? The dinosaur for me is something that is very old, has had its time and needs to be, let go of and removed. So there could be some aspect of your career or business which no longer has relevance for you at this point in time. Moving on to your leisure and social life, we have the love heart, which says made with love. We have the mask, we have a cross, we have, what is this, a fairy, and we have the sun. So I think very, in your social life, we'll talk about the sun. It's similar to what we got in the middle here. So your social life is going to be very filled with sunlight, laughter, love, joy this week. Lots of bright, happy times. There could be a spiritual awakening or learning from someone in your social life this week. So someone may have a pertinent message or spiritual understanding that is a gift to you this week. We did get that gift over here, and I think that does relate to someone from your receiving that message from someone in your social circle. We have the mask as well, which is all about, we put masks on so that we can fit into our environment more easily, and we feel more secure. Putting on masks is a thing that we all do, right? It's just getting clarity around what mask you're wearing and why you're wearing it, right? And that's important. Are you showing your true self in your social life, amongst your friends, amongst those who are near and dear to you? And then we have the fairy, which to me is all about lightness of spirit. It's all about having fun. It's all about trusting also in the unknown is another message that I get with the fairy. And the heart is obviously lots of love, friendship, caring times this week. In romance and partnership, which is our last sector that we're reading, is the fairy was partly in there as well. So lightening up, so a lighter spirit maybe needed in your romance and partnerships this week. But it's also, you've got the butterfly, which is well and truly in the middle there, and that's talking about transformation of some sort. So there is a change or a transformation in relation to your romance and partnerships this week, which is going to benefit you very much in some way. So a lovely reading there. I do think, we're getting clarity. Things are becoming more clearer. Some lesson that you didn't quite pick up on when it actually occurred is going to become more clear, and you are going to get clarity around that. I think a good week overall, guys. I really do. Looking at your cards, looking at the energy that I'm actually feeling as I'm reading those cards, I don't feel it's a very heavy energy. I feel it's one that is, quite uplifting energy, quite opening and releasing type energy. So our lovely group number 3s, that is all I have in love and light. I wish you well this week, and I'll see you at the next reading. If this resonated with you, please leave me a comment. I'd love to hear and see how these resonate with you, what your thoughts are, what's playing out in your life at this time. Anyway, it's your choice. I'll leave that with you in love and light, and I shall see you at the next reading. Okie dokie. Group number 4. What is going on with our lovely group number 4s? Okay. We have the Page of Wands in reverse. We have 8 of Pentacles in reverse. We have the 3 of Swords in reverse. We have Abundance, number 38, which is the Hunter Moon. That reduces down to a number 11 for those that are wishing to do more in the numerology side of things. We have number 17, Ghostlands. We have the 8 of Pentacles upright this time. And we have number 10, Quirt Apple. Okay, what's going on for our lovely group number 4s? So the first card that we have is the Page of Wands, and it's in reverse. So when the Page of Wands is upright, to me it talks about enthusiasm, excitement, a joy for living, really wanting to get knowledge, understand things, that bright spark of aliveness that we get when we're truly, embedded in and living our life to the fullest. I think this might be missing a little bit for you this week, group number 4. Sorry, I do believe that the feeling that I'm getting from this card is one where your enthusiasm and your excitement, at least at the beginning of the week, is not as high or as fulfilling as it has been in the recent past. So I think that I'm feeling like the mood that you're in is just a little bit dampened down this week. And the 8 of Pentacles in this particular card, when I read it, when it's upright, is, if we look at it upright, she has all the tools at her right before her. She can use anything. She knows when and where she's going to use them. She knows how she's going to use them. However, this is reversed, so I think that there is some confusion on your part, or some lack of knowledge, or you're missing something that you need to be able to pull all of that together and progress forward. And I think this is in relation to an experience that you've had in the past, excuse me, that you had some hurt or heartbreak over. Now, this could be in relation to any part of your life. Excuse me, I'm just going to have another drink of water. This could be relation into any part of your life. But I do feel, because we've got Pentacles and the Wands on the table, that it quite possibly could be in relation to a job or a work situation that you've been in the past, which has where you were hurt, or you felt upset or pain around the experience. I think you're moving through that this week. I think, and if I look at the next card, which is abundance, right? To me, it's the journey that you're moving on is moving you towards a more abundant future. So letting go of this pain, letting go of this heart, recapturing your enthusiasm, your excitement, your aliveness around this situation, right? Understanding your skills, your strengths, your resources, your the tools that you have at your for you to use, and getting clarity around those. I think those 3 things are what you need to move through, and you are moving through into a more abundantly filled energy. Now, I did say this could be in relation to any part of your life, and that still stands. But I think for the majority, this is something to do in relation to your work or material life in some way. I'm getting the feeling that you're coming from this feeling of lack of energy is what I'm feeling, right? Really, just that really blah feeling, when you've got no energy, you've got no enthusiasm, you've got no drive, apathy is a word that's coming to mind. I feel that you've been in those energies in your recent past, and this card for me could be energies that you're moving towards, or energies that you've been in the recent past. And for me, it's the 8 of Wands, and I think this is where you're moving to. You're becoming much more productive, much more in your work life, you're becoming much more centered. Now, it could be that you need to change your job. It could be that there is going to be a change in your working life in some way that sparks this enthusiasm, this wanting to engage again more fully in your work environment. And if this is not in your work environment, in whatever area of your life that this pertains to or resonates with at this point in time. So I definitely feel that you're moving towards much more brighter, productive, engaging, enthusiastic, excited, more lighter energies this week as you progress through. Then we have number 10, which is Quirt Apple. I will read from the Celtic Tree Oracle book. Okay. The key words for this particular tree, the quirt or apple tree, is female lineage, decision, choices, beauty, abundance, regeneration, fertility, motherhood. Abundance is associated with this card. Therefore, you are granted many boons and blessings. You are reminded to be grateful and to count those blessings. Appreciation is in order. Look to the paradise that you live in and do what you can to protect her. Give your gratitude to all the unseen helpers of nature. Perhaps you can leave a corner of your yard or garden wild so that the nature spirits have a safe place to dwell. Apple invites you to rest and heal from strife, illness, fatigue, or injury. You are granted the unconditional love of the Great Mother. When you get this card in a reading, you may be also offered a choice between two equally beautiful things. It is not an easy choice to make. It may be time to place your attention on one thing at the expense of other choices. If so, hone in on your talents, choose, and enjoy the sweetness of the apple that you have picked. Apple also connects you to your homelands. It is time to make a spiritual pilgrimage. If this is not possible, can you study the ancient spirituality of these places and find out more about your own lineage? Immerse yourself in some study of ancient wisdom. So I think that card has very pertinent advice for you this week as you're moving through the energies, moving towards this abundance that is coming your way. And I do believe that this abundance is coming from your own hand, right? From what you have been doing, from the effort that you have put in, from the work that you have done. Very, very positive reading, group number 4. Then we have your Heart and Soul Oracle. Don't be swayed by someone's strong opinions. Just do what feels right for you. If what you are hearing doesn't resonate with you, then it most probably isn't right for you. Listen to and respect other people's views, but stay true to your own inner vision and beliefs. Live freely and express the beauty of your ideas. So some very sound advice there. And I always say, if someone offers you advice, if someone offers you assistance, if someone, wants to help you in some way, by all means, accept that help, that offer, that assistance, but always know that it's your decision on how to use that offer, that assistance, that idea, that information that they've given you. If their offer comes with strings attached, then that's not an offer you need to take up. You are the owner and driver of your own destiny. You're the one that makes the decisions for you. You're the one that knows your inner landscape better than anybody else, right? You're the one that can decide based on your own intuition and inner knowledge what is best for you in any given situation. So trust that. If their offer for assistance or help is given in in love and light and in, you know, wanting to just give it to you and you do with it what you need to do, then by all means take that up. But if there's strings attached, then you don't need that assistance, is a message that's coming through. Now that may be pertinent to some of you, not all of you. You may be experiencing that this week where someone is saying, I will help you, but you know, you don't need the but. You know, if they want to help you, they want to help you. And if they don't, if there's some condition associated with it, then that's not the help or assistance that you need at this time. From the Sea Melodies Oracle, we have determination. Don't be afraid of the rising tide. It will soon recede. So for me, that's all about, you know, standing your ground, being resilient, holding on. You know, this too shall pass is a message that's coming to mind when I read that particular message. Knowing your own strength, knowing your own resilience, knowing your own ability to withstand and persevere in difficult times as well as good times, right? You have it within you, definitely. Then your Divine Doors message is trust in the universe. Intuition has wandered and led you astray. The timing's not yours, but the universe at play. Have faith and breathe. So this is just saying trust in the universe. The universe has your back. It knows what is best for you and when, right? It will deliver what you need when you need it. So trust that what you need, when you need it, it will be made. It will be made physical in your physical realm, right? It will be given to you. You will receive it in some way. Then we have the third eye chakra stone. When this is in balance, you're feeling intuitive, your perception is on point, your imagination is engaged and flowing freely, your memory is good and clear, you're able to think symbolically and you're able to visualize. However, if this is underactive, you may be feeling or feel insensitive. Your memory may be poor at this time. You may have difficulty in seeing the future or imagining the future. You may lack imagination and you may be using denial as a coping mechanism. If it's overactive though, you may be experiencing delusions or hallucinations, you know, or not seeing through the illusions, right? You're not seeing things clearly. You may be feeling obsessive, you may have difficulty concentrating, or you may be experiencing nightmares even. Only you will know how this is resonating in your life this week. If you feel that it is either under or over active, there are many YouTube meditations which you can listen to and follow, which will help bring them back into alignment. I try to do mine once a week now. It's something that I started a few weeks ago and I am feeling much better for it. I do all of my chakras, right? Not just ones that I feel are particularly in or over or under balanced. Or you may want to receive some energy healing or some Reiki to help bring that back into balance for you. Now, group number 4, I'm going to move on to the charm reading. This is my charm casting board that I have, and I'll be holding this up as I read the charms so that you can see more clearly. I'm just going to ripple through. Whatever lands in that bowl in the middle will be your focus for the week. Okay, quite a lot of charms, lots of messages. So in your focus bowl, we have the key and we have the sun. So a very positive reading, charms for you to receive as part of your reading. So the key indicates you have what you need inside of you or with you at this time to unlock any door that you wish to unlock. You also have the sun, which is full of light, love, you know, fun, you know, energized energy. Outside of the circles, we have Cupid. Ooh, there may be some romance for some. that could be in and around you this week. There are a bunch of grapes, which for me represents wine, so that could be celebration, it could be date night with your significant other, or a date night with somebody new that's coming into your life. We have the leaf, which is just on the border here. That to me represents nature. It represents being grounded. It represents the healing of nature. We also have up here the crab. The crab to me is all about flexibility and moving forwards by an indirect path. So to me, you can move forward like that, straightforward from A to B, or you can move from A to C to D to B to B. You're still moving forward. The crab sort of shuffles to the side as he's moving forward, right? They don't necessarily always walk forward in a straight line. So you may be achieving something this week which you may be taking a diverted path to get to it. You also have some rose quartz, so again that's all about love for me. So there's some romance on the table for our lovely group number 4s this week. Then we have the mountain. The mountain to me is some sort of obstacle that you may have to traverse this week, work through. The thing about the mountain is, though, we always think that we've got to climb that mountain, but much like the crab, we don't actually have to climb the mountain. We can actually go around the mountain if we choose to do so, right? So it will be your choice as to how you deal with the obstacle. The giraffe for me is being able to reach things that have been out of your reach in the past. So something is coming forward this week which you will be able to reach now, which you haven't been able to do so in the past. Then we move down here and we've got the horse, which is all about standing in your own personal power, standing in your strength. To me, it represents the strength card to some degree as well. Then we have the death charm, which to me there is some sort of ending occurring for you this week, or some new ending and new beginning is occurring for you this week. Then in this corner we have the moon, so something is being revealed to you this week, some information, some knowledge, some understanding which previously you haven't had clarity around is going to come forward and be clear and made known to you this week. We also have the dagger, which represents to me cutting away something, right? Something needs to be cut away and let go of. Then we have the sun again. So again, you've got the sun twice so far. So a very bright, optimistic, light-filled, love-filled, joyful week this week for you. Then we have just on the outside here we have the dog's bone, which to me that's something that you're gnawing on this week, some information or some knowledge that you're gnawing on, you're digesting, you're sort of trying to get some deeper understanding on. Then here we have the owl, which is wisdom, so there's some knowledge or understanding that is coming to you this week. And then we'll cycle back to the beginning. Now let's look at the sectors that we have. In your spirituality and personal growth, again, we've got a key. So again, that's just reinforcing that you have the knowledge, you have the understanding, you have the tools, you have everything you need at this time to be able to progress with something that relates to your spiritual or personal growth. We have the peace sign, so peace is going to be a factor in your life this week in relation to your spirituality and to your personal growth. We also have the gecko. The gecko to me is, being flexible and adaptive. So the gecko to me, they scurry around outside and they stick to your window. They're very flexible and resilient in how they behave in their natural environment. Then we have this little girl or a little boy, it could be, and to me that represents your inner child. So there may be something you can learn spiritually this week from journeying to and interacting with your inner child at this time. In our leisure and social life, we have the lion, and the lion to me is all about strength, courage. You know, there's going to be a situation in your leisure and social life which may cause you to have to stand in your courage this week. So the thing that's coming to mind when I'm speaking about that is somebody could say or do something this week which normally you would feel would upset you in some way, but you wouldn't speak up about. And I'm feeling this week that you are going to speak up about something that is said or done as part of your leisure or social life this week. In your career or business, we have the key again. You have something that you need in your career or business life. You have what it is that you need. Sorry, just move down into this career and business life here. So you have what you need to be able to progress with something in your career or business life. And we also have the fairy. So the fairy in relation to your career or business is there is going to be some sort of good luck or positive experience that you're going to feel or undertake this week. Some sort of positive good luck type event is going to occur for you. In your family life, you've got the dinosaur. Oh, I'll come back to that. We'll do that in a minute. We've got the gun, which to me is all about protection. There is something in your family life which you feel that you need to protect at this point in time. There is the engagement ring or the eternity ring or wedding ring, however you want to look at that. But to me, that's all about unity, union, love, you know, family connections, those sorts of things. We have the broom, which talks about the need to do some clearing and cleaning. So in relation to your family, in relation to your relationships, there is some sort of clearing and cleansing that possibly needs to occur this week. Then we have the tennis rackets, and for me, that's all about you know, getting out and about and experiencing, you know, healthful activities around or with your family at this time. The thing that's coming to mind, funnily enough, is bushwalking. You know, it could be something along that line where you go on some sort of outing which is beneficial to your health and well-being with your family at this point in time. Then we have the dinosaur, and the dinosaur for me is all about there is something that you're holding on to which has had its time. It's no longer needed. It needs to be let go of, and this could be in relation to your physical environment or your family. It will be different for everybody, but something needs to be let go. It's had its time. It's no longer serving its purpose. You need to release that and let that go. Here we also have the butterfly, so there is some sort of transformation in and around which is going to be important for you this week. Something is transforming, something is transmuting, something is changing at this time. Then we have the starfish and we have the lock. So all of the keys that you've had, you've now got the lock which you can open. So this could be in relation to your physical environment. You know, it could be as simple as the locks on your front door need looking at. Or, you know, there is something in your physical environment which is being opened and released. You have what you need within you. Now you've got the key again here in your health and well-being. So you've got the key in your focus, you've got the key in your spirituality, you've got the key in your health and well-being. You've got the key in your career and business, and now you have the lock, which enables you to unlock whatever it is that you need to use at this point in time. You also have in your, so going back, sorry, to the starfish for me is all about perseverance, right? The starfish for me just sits on the side of the tank, observing, looking, you know, in its environment, but not really interacting with its environment as such, right? So this, in your physical environment, there's something which maybe you can see and you're aware of, but you're not actually doing anything about it. I think that's going to call your attention this week, and the starfish is asking you to do something with that. Either look at it more closely or, you know, actually do something with the information or the knowledge that you have at this time. Then in our health and well-being, as I said, you've got the key. So there's something that you need in your health and well-being which you have already within your grasp, which you can use to your benefit. And you have the four-leaf clover. So there is some form of good luck or good news around your health and well-being this week, which is coming your way. So a very positive reading, I think, group number 4s, both with your cards and with the charms that you've received. I think that you've got some work to do. You've got some energies to move through this week. You've got some, lessons to learn, heartbreaks to let go of, understandings to reach. But as you do so, you're moving into a much more positive and productive, abundant type energies as the week progresses. If you like what you hear, give me a thumbs up. I really do appreciate that you support my channel. Leave me a message or a comment. I really am interested in how these readings resonate for you, what they mean, how they play out in their specific way, if you wish to share that with me. But I wish you nothing but love, light and joy, and I shall see you at our next reading, group number 4s. In love and light.